Got Illinois State. We'll head out there on Thursday, take off here about 6:30, stop in Richmond, and then finish the trip on Saturday or on Friday there. So go over there, get a practice in, get to the hotel, get settled in, have some downtime, go through our normal procedure on Friday, and then get up and play another Missouri Valley football game. Illinois State's a good football team. They got, I think, 11 seniors starting on their team. It's a veteran group, starting with their offense. Quarterback's dynamic, can run and throw. Running back's got almost 1,200 yards on the year. Got a big-time tight end, 2 good receivers, big offensive line. And then defensively, their defensive front gets after it. They're active. They rush the passer. Really sound in what they do. I think they're only allowing 16 points a game. And offensively, I think they're averaging 37. So we'll have our hands full, but we'll get ready and prepare this week and go play another game.
What is different and/or better about this Illinois State team compared to the one you beat last year?
I'd say they probably just have playing more as a team, more weapons. They got a bunch of guys. You can't just zero in on 1 or 2 guys. The quarterback can run at any given moment. He can throw. Got a good running back. Got a line that can block. And you got receivers. So they're spread out. And obviously Coach Spack is a defensive coach by nature, so they're going to play well on defense. He's been running their defense. Took it back over, I think, 2 years ago. And you can see that they're well coached and gap sound.
Why have you been successful, the last 7 games on the road, winning 6 of those and 2-0 this year in the conference?
I can't attribute it to anything specifically other than just having some good fortune, or preparing.
Is it any different?
I like being on the road. I like having the guys in my possession on Thursday and Friday night, and I think I have their focus and their attention, and I'm around them a lot more, whereas when we're at home, we just have them for about, I guess, 3.5 to 4 hours on a Friday, as opposed to having them with you all day. So I like that part of it.
He was saying that him and Shane Kuhn watch hunting videos in their hotel room on the road.
Yeah, I don't wander into those guys' rooms. With those 2 guys, you never know. It's a different group of guys there.
How strange will it be for you to see Kurt back in
You know what? Kurt and I have a great past together. When we were at Illinois, we both came in at the same time. Ron Zook had won 2 games his first year, 2 games his second year. Third year was going to be a big year for him, and we had a magical year that year and knocked off a bunch of good teams and set a bunch of records and went to the Rose Bowl. And that was, I think, the first time we went back to the Rose Bowl since '82. So that was a big year for us, and I enjoyed being with Kurt and thought a lot of him. And obviously, I hired him here, and Brock Spack called me last December and said he wanted to talk to him, and I said all the right things about Kurt and didn't want to hold him back in any way, shape, or form. And if it's what he wanted to do, I understood. So, but we're still good friends. I talked to him after the South Dakota State game. Haven't talked to him this week, but we'll always have a good relationship.
Him knowing your personnel, is that nothing?
You see that. You see the same film. He knows some of our guys, and some of them he doesn't know, because we got so many new players playing. We're a young team. We got a lot of new guys playing for the first time. So
You talked about your offense not being able to zero in on one guy. So what kind of special challenges does that create this week, and more specifically on Saturday?
Well, I think the key for us on defense is always communication. We got to do a great job of communicating, control the line of scrimmage, keep the ball from getting over top of your head.
What kind of things be most important in communication? Is it, if there's an audible on defense, like if you're switching to a different defense?
Obviously offenses can change formations. They can change in between plays as far as their personnel sets. So that's communication. That's part of it. And the same thing is just when people are setting certain formations, I think there's keys to every play that you just make sure you're communicating to each other. And it doesn't mean you're always changing the play. It just means, hey, watch out for this here, looking for this, and those kind of things.
Is there one team that you've played that's getting you ready for this game, or teams?
Not really. I mean, this is the best team we've played this week. They're the best team. Overall.
Or to date?
No, this is the best team to date we've played.
Wow. That quarterback, is he a lot like the one from Missouri State, or is he?
He's got similarities, but he can really run. He's faster, and he can throw. And he's probably got just a better overall group around him as far as weapons. Even though Missouri State had a lot of good players too, but he's got some weapons around him. He did good things in Indiana. Look at Indiana this year. They wish they probably still had him there. I can guarantee you that.
You guys have come close to beating this team over there in the 2 meetings. What is it? Is there any specific challenge to playing at that stadium?
No, it's just they got that remodeled now, so they have both sides done. Same locker room, and it's just a new year. We don't talk about the past.
You guys have won a lot of different ways this year. One with the lead, come from behind, one without turnovers, one when you have turned the ball over. Is that the mark of a good team? With your experience, is that how good teams play?
Well, I think so. We'd like to eliminate the mistakes, but we have faced adversity at different times. We've had our back against the wall. If you give up a score, we put the pressure on the offense to go out and change momentum, starting with the kick return team. And it's the same way on defense. Our defense has done a good job when we've turned the ball over of not letting other teams score throughout the year. And those are things we talk about all the time and simulate and practice at different times to recreate those situations. But, I said it on Saturday, we pretty simply have one goal. We don't keep track of rushing stats, passing stats, third down, sacks. We have one goal here, and that's win. It's pretty simple.
Eric, this being a stretch run with 3 regular season games remaining, do you kind of curtail practice a little bit, cut back?
We're doing the same thing that we've been doing since the bye week there.
Jacob Wood's status, is he okay?
He's still probably questionable right now at this point, but knowing him, he'll find a way.
This is the time of year last year when you, again, controlled your own destiny and things didn't work out. How is your team different this year?
It's a different team.
This time a year ago,
Completely.
in terms of its mentality.
Just a completely different team. The past is the past. The past has no bearing on our future. 0.
At what point do you start to say to yourself, all right, if we win this game, we're probably in the playoffs?
We've been down that.
In your mind?
No, we've been down that road. How committees are. We can argue about that for years.
Their front four, is it, they got 20, they have 26 sacks, they're pretty good up front.
Good up front. They like to get after you. They're great on third down. Just a great team.
On returns, on covers, you see one weakness, I think, from you guys this year. It just seems like a special teams play every week.
It's part of the game. You got to coach it up and try to get guys to make the right decisions. It's not a schematic thing.